So hello, beautiful soul family. How you doing? Welcome in divine time. welcome. Especially if you are new, and welcome back if you love me, because I love you too. We're here for some cards in divine time. We're going to see what comes out. I've got the Harrow and my energy alignment deck, the Night Sun Tarot, the Barbieri Tarot, and the notes from the universe on love and connection for some guidance at the end. And we're going to see what comes out. I do have Pineapple Charming. So for those of you not familiar with Pineapple Charming, he is a discernment pineapple filled with well over 1,000 charms. And I keep adding little charms here and there. So if you are like many and find yourself being an online social media tarot junkie, these are going to help you discern whether or not this message is for you. Okay. Hey, Kristen, how you doing? This will help you discern. Okay. If one or more of the charms resonates with you, chances are there is at least something in the message for you, whether it's the message in its entirety or just one thing I say that clicks and you're like, that's why Spirit guided me to this reading, right? So take the charms as they resonate. And if they don't, then just take the message as you are guided to take the message, right? If you're guided to take it at all. Yes, the energy is crazy right now. I know that Virgo moon was a doozy. And as of right now in divine time, Saturn, Mercury, and the sun are all conjunct. So in Pisces. Gotta love it, right? So let's see my handy dandy charm board. Let's see what we've got. Ooh, we'll start with that. So I've got the winner charm. So if you feel like you have just accomplished a big win in life, whether it's literally in the mundane or within your own self, that you have taken a step in the right direction, consider yourself a winner. All right, then this reading may speak to you. It may also quite literally mean you've been at the casino and just got lucky. So, hey, cheers to that. We've also got my DJ charm. All right, so you may be listening to some music, been putting on a playlist lately. You may be guided to, especially if, you know, you've been pulling yourself out of a funk. Music is great for that. You put on some uplifting, upbeat stuff, dance while you clean or cook or whatever, or while you're in the shower, you know. You may literally be a DJ. God knows any of these can be tattoos and things like that as well. We've also got the golden red heart in chains. And so this may also be a reading for someone if they have a true love. This is a romantic love with the red heart. We also have black and pink inside Pineapple Charming. Pink being a harmonious, more friendship-like connection, family connection. Black being a toxic trauma bond. And red is when we have like a romantic connection. So masculine is gold. We also have all of those colors in silver. So you may really feel like you have a bound heart to someone in a romantic way or vice versa, right? They may feel like that right now. Hey, storyboard, how are you doing? Yes. Yes. Trust me, I just got off working a 10-hour shift at work. And mind you, I commute like 40 fucking minutes. And here I am. Letting you know the World card is also another charm that came out. So we've got fixed energy. We've got Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius here. It's also Saturn, which we've mentioned. So you may be really feeling that Saturn energy. But we've got the World card. So some kind of completion on a cycle. We've also got the Mermaid, so doubling down on the Pisces energy. Pisces may be really strong for you. You may be drawn to mermaids, especially if green is also your favorite color. So we got the Mermaid charm out there. We've also got the Black Love Heart. So you may be going through quite a catalyzing experience with someone, especially if you do feel love bound to someone and they are dealing with their own shadows or you know that someone loves you very much in a romantic way and you are dealing with your own. Okay, so we also have the Black Love heart out here. We've also got lots of hearts. We've got the double heart as well. So 2 hearts linked together. I do not doubt this is going to end up more of a romantic reading. So if you're not in it for a romantic sense right now, just take it how it resonates, because it probably will be more for someone else. We also have the Arc de Triomphe. So France might be significant to you. You might also have French in your ancestry, right? French bloodlines. You may also find yourself going through a grand portal, so to speak, right? Feeling yourself really moving from one stage of your lesson learning into another, especially with the World card also out here, right? Lots of plot lines and timelines are ending in a lot of people's worlds. Yeah, definitely, DME. My email is always open. It's in the description. And we also have a blue starfish. So starfish may be synchronistic for you right now. You might be seeing them pop up in your timeline. It may be summer where you are. All right, but we've got starfish synchronicities, especially if you like the color blue. We've also got the elephant. More specifically, the Indian elephant, right? Because we all know there's 2 different kinds. There's African elephants and Indian elephants. This one is an Indian elephant. And elephants never forget. They always find their way. So keep that in mind too. Like, your soul always knows the way to heal. It always knows the way to nourishment. It always knows the path to find love. It is literally ingrained in our soul, okay, to return to that high energy. We've also got the love letter, okay. So you may have been thinking about writing a letter of some kind of love, or you may be receiving one. You may be feeling someone psychically with all the Piscean energy wanting to reach out to you and express some kind of love. Love can come in the form of truth. Love can come in the form of clarity, of recognition, of gratitude, right? So love can come in many forms. It's not always necessarily saying, I love you. Sometimes I love you, or loving letters is thank you, right? We also have the 6 of Hearts with my little micro mini playing cards. And the 6 of Hearts is, in fact, a sacred soulmate that we feel a deep connection with, that we've known through lifetimes. Okay. With signs, I've got double Virgo. So you may have 2 significant Virgo placements, like Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto, right? You used to be a Virgo Pluto. So 2 significant Virgo placements. We also have double Gemini. All right. So Virgo and Gemini, you may, or they may have significant placements in one of those, if not both of those signs. For letters, do not get hung up on the colors, as just for those who need it super, super specific. Pink is for girls, blue is for boys. It doesn't matter to me which one you resonate as long as it makes sense to you. Black is yin, feminine heavy, and white is yang. It's masculine dominant, right? So we've got white H and blue H, and we have black K. So any names or abbreviations that start with those letters may be significant, especially if they have a double H, right? Especially if they have double H. Okay. With that, let's get into the cards. I'm starting with the Harrow and the energy alignments. So what does Spirit want you to know, especially in regards to romantic relationships? What insight do you need at this beautiful divine time that you catch this message that crosses your path? Thank you in advance, by the way, to everybody who drops likes and leaves me comments and shares this out and subscribes. Y'all are awesome. Appreciate your presence as much as you appreciate mine. Let's see what's going on. It always helps the channel. It's greatly appreciated. What is going on, Spirit? We've got the Queen Mother. Anything else? Queen Mother. the Survivor, and the Unicorn came out with the Keep, the Owl, and the Bear. All right. Bottom of the deck is the Twin. Top of the deck is the Publican. All right. All right. Let me read for you some of these. Now, mind you, Harrow cards are from the world of Pathfinder. So they are D&D, Dungeons and Dragons cards that just so happen to work really, really well in real life card readings, but they do come with Dungeons and Dragons lingo. So bear with, I will translate. Okay. I will translate. The Publican is a wisdom card. And it's a chaotic good card. Let me show you what I'm looking at. Okay. The Publican is chaotic, good, aligned. And it represents fellowship and camaraderie, a place of refuge for those in need. Most would find the Cyclops inconsequential, but he has insights relevant to the reading or your quest. Okay, so the Cyclops represents someone who is extremely intuitive and literally sees things with their third eye, right? Because it is the only eye that they possess. Right? They don't see the reality for what it is with their two eyes. They literally see things through their third eye. And this is a place of refuge, right? The Cyclops is considered a friend and somewhere that you can go and kind of unload your energy, not onto the Cyclops per se, the Publican, but to kind of unload it for your own self to reflect on, right? The Publican in such an image, he's the owner of the bar or the inn, right? He's the bartender and he's serving up all the drinks. And what happens if you think about a bartender? Like they're constantly hearing people's stories. They're constantly hearing about people's lives, but it doesn't really affect them either way so much as the person telling the story gets to kind of process through their own journey. So the Publican, it represents a person or an energy where you can feel safe to reflect, right? To where you can let your third eye kind of see what the story is actually telling you, okay? Especially in regards to a twin. The Twin is on the bottom of the deck, and that is a charisma card. Now, the Twin is it's a neutral energy in Harrow. Okay, it's not good, it's not evil, it's not lawful, it's not chaotic. It's a true neutral card, and it signals duality of purpose or identity. The doppelganger can also mean indecision as a person or group wavers between different options. It can also mean divided loyalties. Okay, so you may be dealing with a karmic in a twin flame dynamic because the midwife is under that. Or you may be dealing with a twin who is dealing with a karmic, right? And is going through the forge of that energy, right? The melting and the reshaping and the sharpening of who they are, right? Dealing with a karmic relationship, especially if there's children involved with the midwife. So that might be a really big clue that this reading is for you if you've got a twin flame counterpart, someone who you believe or have always considered to be your twin flame, and they have children with a karmic person, right? A third party energy. And they might be truly missing you as a safe space, to be fair, especially if you find yourself to be the intuitive one. Obviously, you're here watching tarot and you know, intuiting and discerning through readings. So this may be really significant for you if you were always that safe space or that person that they would seek refuge in to kind of help them through their process, right? Now, the Queen Mother is the lawful neutral card. So lawful indicates a soul contract. Okay, this is a very specific contract. The Queen Mother is knowledge personified. The Formian knows all but does not reveal anything to anyone who does not show her proper worship. She is fond of the powerless and the underclasses, for they serve her when the more powerful refuse. She represents the need to become a part of society or to bow before those who know more than they do. Okay, so this person, and it may be the karmic person, okay, because we had the midwife underneath and we have the Queen Mother here. So this may very well be the karmic individual, the third party energy helping your counterpart heal, okay, heal their karma. This is someone who knows a whole lot, more than what they let on to know. It could literally be someone who plays dumb or is viewed as unfortunate or ignorant in some way when they're actually really fucking smart and really cunning. Like, they might not be book smart, but they're survival smart, right? They're street smart. They know how to get what they need from people. You know, they are fond of the powerless and the underclasses or low vibratory energy. So they take advantage of people in low vibrations. And they are really fond of worship, right? They serve her when they refuse to serve themselves. Okay, so if you have a twin flame counterpart who is working through some karmic healing with the Queen Mother, it is because they've refused to serve themselves. Okay, this is the toxic tie that they've attached themselves to in the reality because they've refused the inner work. Okay. Next, we have the Survivor. The Survivor is a Constitution card. Okay, it's neutral good. So it's not lawful or chaotic, it's neutral, and it is good aligned. So the Survivor represents a person who has been through an ordeal of some kind, is surrounded by their fallen comrades. The man represents someone or something thought lost forever, but found once more. It can also represent rebirth. Okay, so it would seem that the Survivor, and my lights just flickered, the Survivor may in fact be the twin flame counterpart. They've been going through quite a fucking ordeal. They've probably had a difficult life in some which way, shape, or form that they haven't healed from yet, but they are coming back to life or coming back online, having dealt with this Queen Mother energy for quite some time. This is someone who probably has the ghosts of their past and people who care about them but are also unhealed, right? Just because people care about us doesn't mean that they're unhealed, and sometimes they get quote unquote good advice that they didn't properly discern through, because even though it might be great advice for the person who gave it or great advice for someone else, it was not necessarily the best advice for them to take. It's listening to other people instead of their own intuition. And it may have caused them a lot of issues, right? Not listening to their discernment, not listening to their intuition, you know, or tuning out their earth angels kind of thing, including yourself if you are their twin, right? If they refuse to heal in their dynamic ship with you and do the inner work, and you vibrated out of their experience because you did choose to do the inner work, right? Then they're starting to wake up to the fact that maybe, just maybe, they went down the wrong path. Okay. And maybe they're starting to realize that. And you may have written it off as someone who was lost forever, right? Someone gone. Maybe you've accepted that maybe they're not your twin flame and that you just got to let it go. Maybe you accept that they are your twin flame and that they're just kind of lost to their path and it is what it is, and you've moved on entirely, right? You've just moved on entirely in your elevation, because at the end of the day, we are our own twin flames, right? More than anything else, we always have the manifestation in the outer, but the manifestation inside the inner, right, within the self is, well, the whole point and purpose to being here. So I feel like whoever this is is most likely the twin flame counterpart. Then we have the unicorn. Okay. The unicorn came out with the keep, the owl, and the bear. Big, big energy. The owl literally holds the needle and red thread. And if you're familiar with the red thread myth, those are the connections we have to people that cannot be broken, right? The quote unquote cords that cannot be cut, like between divine counterparts, right? Twin flames. So the unicorn is most likely your energy. Okay. The unicorn is a chaotic good card. It is a card that generously offers that which the subject seeks, just as the charger in the picture offers up its fruit. Okay, so you have plenty to give. You have plenty to give. The unicorn is a magical creature. They're known for their healing abilities. They're rumored to not exist, right? Mythological creature. They're not real, when in fact, unicorns are very alive and well in spirit, and quite a few of us in this earth plane, right? We look like humans, but we're unicorns, right? So the unicorn is someone that it generously gives. Okay. It doesn't actually know any limits to how much that it can give. And just when they think they've given enough, spirit would guide them to give more, and they listen to their own inner guidance. This is someone who most likely has their own home with the keep, or has the ability to move, because this card is very much mobile. The house goes wherever they go. So, you know, the unicorn may also feel like home, right? They could feel like home. And with the owl and the bear card, this is someone who is extremely wise and protected, and not just protected, but protective. Okay. Protective of the path, protective of their own energy, and to be fair, protective of your counterpart's energy, because if you didn't truly love them, you wouldn't have let them go to heal on whatever path they're on with their karmic counterpart, right? Their karmic person. Knowing that you couldn't hold yourself back in order for them to elevate, right? And to quite literally that they might not have been able to elevate if you continued to hold on, right? That you had to let them go. So we definitely have the karmic and the two counterparts here. Let's get the energy alignment deck. This is a deck of my own creation. It's very super simple. It's got all chakra colors on one side and countering shadows on the other. So we're going to kind of see what is going on. Where is the Queen Mother's energy at? Okay. Where is the Queen Mother's energy at? Insight, please. Okay. Why am I not surprised? All right. Where is the Survivor at? Insights into the twin flame counterpart. Anything else? It's literally repeating what the cards just said. I shit you not. It is literally repeating what the cards just said. Unwilling to save themselves. Wow. Okay. You'll definitely have a claircognizant connection. Insight into the unicorn, please. Insight into the unicorn, please. Insight into the unicorn, please. Yeah, you are no longer willing to be a martyr. Okay. Overall energy is optimistic and perceptive. Not willing to be the bleeding heart or the blind empath. Okay. Not willing to be the bleeding heart or the blind empath. Third eye wide open, right? Publican energy. So the Queen Mother, we got stable in the reverse. So they might be working on their own stability. This is root chakra, so might definitely be reality driven, manifestation driven, financially driven, right? Home driven, things that would make them stable in the 3D with the root chakra. We've also got blindsided by bad choices and paternal wounding. All right, so they've got daddy issues. They've also got disrespectful and lost. So this person obviously chose to be with the twin flame counterpart because they're healing paternal wounds, and they feel lost in this connection, and it's coming out as disrespect. They might not have realized that choosing to be with someone who was not meant for them was a bad idea. Okay, they might have been stability driven, right? Financially driven, and didn't realize that getting wrapped up with the counterpart was a bad idea. It's like, and it's been coming up like one of the 10 commandments, thou shalt not covet. It's that, like, you're not meant to be with people who are not meant for you, right? And so this person is probably working on their own stability because they themselves are not stable, right? Stable in reverse would indicate the shadow being unstable, but that they're actively working on their own stability. So they might have gotten involved with your counterpart for financial reasons, realized it was a bad idea, a bad choice that they made. They're lost. They don't know what to do. They're being disrespectful to the counterpart, and working on their own stability, right? So the counterparts are helping them heal as well. Okay. With the survivor, we've got fair, and inner peace oriented with healthy communication skills, claircognizant, and mental prisons, unwilling to help themselves, unwilling to save themselves, trauma bonds. So that's what's keeping them tied to the karmic, is a trauma bond. When it comes to the third party energy, they are being fair. They are speaking in a way that should be received well, right? If this person was actually in alignment, they would be receiving the communications very well. Instead, they're being disrespectful, right? This person, your counterpart, is trying to create some kind of peace. They might be really stressed out or burdened, right? And they intuitively know what they need to do. They have a deep knowing about the karmic, because claircognizance is clear knowing. You know, like you know, like you know, with or without proof. And so they might have some kind of proof that their third party is self-motivated and unhappy with them, but they're sticking around because they're literally unwilling to save themselves. It's the trauma bond. So that's the only reason why they're staying. It's an unwillingness to heal. This belief that they're wounded, right? And if you look at the survivor card, the figure is literally wrapped up in bandages, right? Wrapped up in bandages. And so they have this belief that they're not healed, or they have this belief that they're broken. They have this belief that they can't be fixed or they can't be saved. And so that is what they are manifesting more of, right? It's why they're staying with the Queen Mother. But they are communicating in healthy ways with this person, whether they have healthy communication skills in general or not with everybody. They are communicating in a very healthy way with this person. I'm also feeling patience. So they have a lot of patience with this person, but I feel like this person does in fact know more than they're letting on to, and are probably more manipulative than this person gives them credit for. Okay. Now with the unicorn, we've got sovereign. That's the upright card that we have here. So you're definitely in your own energy. And we've got martyr in the reverse, the opposite being capable, right? So this is a refusal to be the martyr. We've also got threatening and dramatic. The opposites being realistic and safe. So you may be viewing your twin as a threat, or even the karmic, right, as a threat, which Spirit is kind of cluing you in. That's a little bit of drama. Like, that's a little bit dramatic. Like, there's no threat in your counterpart, right? Your counterpart is not a threat to you. You're sovereign. They are not a threat. And neither is the karmic, because the karmic is literally helping them heal. Okay. You may be a little over protective of yourself. Realistically, they're just utilizing this time and space together to heal things that you do not need to be a part of, because you're progressing on your highest path and you are safe, right? They literally, the threatening card with safe falls underneath the keep. So you may feel like letting your counterpart into your home or even living with them moving forward would threaten your peace, which is not the case, because if they do come forward to you, it's because they're choosing to heal. The disconnect is what it is, because you're misaligned, right? You're sovereign and they aren't. Dramatic falls under the owl, and the owl is reminding you to be realistic, right? Realistically, if y'all were aligned, you'd be in connection with each other. And if you're not, it's because someone is working on healing up to where the other is. The bear got the martyr in reverse, and that is self-protection, right? That you are not willing to martyr the self or sacrifice the self. You're not going to move forward with somebody if you feel like they still have trauma bonds or trauma attachments or karmic attachments, and that they haven't truly chosen, right, to heal themselves. So there really is no threat, right? Feeling like there's some kind of threat would just be dramatic. So let's get some insights. We're going to do the Night Sun Tarot and the Barbieri Tarot. I'm going to use the Night Sun to get insight on the counterpart and the karmic dynamic, and then I'll use Barbieri for the unicorn. So let's see what is going on between your counterpart, the survivor, and the Queen Mother. What is going on? Insight into the dynamic that they're learning through right now with each other. Y'all know I'm mad nosy. We're gonna get some details. What is going on? What is going on that we in divine time would need to understand, right? In our highest good. What insights do we need to understand? Okay, I get the Page of Pentacles with the 10 of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups with the Empress. Spirit guided me to this deck. This Empress card. If that's not the Queen Mother, I don't know what is. Clarify. Page of Pentacles. Clarify the 10 of Pentacles. All right, we also got the 8 of Cups. And clarity's on the Queen of Cups. All right. The 7 of Wands is on the bottom. And the 6 of Pentacles is on top. All right. So the overall issue is definitely an impoverished energy giving to someone or taking from someone who is more abundant. Okay, because the 6 of Pentacles typically denotes one person giving and another person begging, right? Needing. So codependency. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I'm looking at the 7 of Pentacles and I'm seeing how the apple is just one lone apple hanging from the tree. And the tree looks like it's dying, so it's just a matter of time, right, before that apple falls. And there's coins on the ground. Now, I don't know if y'all know. I know I've talked about it with at least my Divine Rebels. Coins. If you put coins at the base of a tree or on the earth or bury it under the ground in a tree, roots of a tree, coins will actually poison the tree and kill it over time. Okay. I know this because my grandmother, we found coins buried underneath a tree in her backyard and the tree was dying. We also, well, my mother, could not stand the fact that the neighbors behind her property put up a fence and literally put it around a tree so that the tree was on our side of the property because they didn't want to deal with it. And so she buried coins underneath the roots of the tree so that it would die and they would have to cut it down because she hated fucking looking at it. So yeah, coins coins will actually kill a tree over time. It did kill that tree. It was awful. But yeah, so I feel like money being the foundation of this family, which is indicative with the tree, money will actually cause it to die over time, right? Being with someone or keeping the family together for money-driven or material reasons is actually going to kill the relationship over time. It's not built on a solid, loving energy, right? The Seven of Wands, the underlying energy is self-defense, right? Spiritual defense with the suit of wands, right? Yeah, it came up in the March all signs. Yes, it did. Yes, it did, Kristen. Thank you. It came up in the March all signs, which, by the way, will only be public until tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the last day that y'all can watch it publicly. Otherwise, it's going back to members only as of March 1st. I digress. So we have the Page of Pentacles here clarified by the Emperor. The Ten of Pentacles is clarified by the Three of Cups. The Eight of Cups is clarified by the Ace of Wands. And the Empress is clarified by the Queen of Cups. We have strong Aries energy out here. We also have strong Taurus and Libra out here. Could also have strong water energy. Okay. That's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. The Page of Pentacles is about seizing opportunity or creating opportunity, right? It's like planting the seed or knowing the value of the seed, right? And claiming it because you know it's going to grow something in the future. It's clarified by the Emperor. And the page in this particular deck is holding a scroll. The page is holding a scroll, which indicates contract, right? Indicates contract. The masculine energy, whether the way you're resonating with the messages, the masculine being the karmic or the masculine being your counterpart, it could be their own masculine energy because we each have yin and yang, right? It could be their own individual masculine on the whole. Seizing an opportunity to form some kind of contract. They may have chosen in high alignment to deal with each other in what is essentially a very trauma bonded kind of way in order to heal. I just heard the words fail safe. So in the event, right, because twin flames, if you're on the twin flame journey, if you have crossed its path, okay, you came into this life for one reason and one reason alone, and that is to heal back to union within the self so that you could literally experience union in the 3D, right? That was the point and purpose. The karmics are the failsafe. The karmics are the failsafe. They are the Hail Mary pass from the universe to kind of get us in the end zone, right? When we are unwilling to save ourselves to the point that we hyper focus on a karmic and try and save the karmic, it spirals wildly out of control. And the divine discomfort of it all is what pushes us to elevate, right? It pushes us to choose sovereignty. It pushes us to choose mercy. It pushes us to choose compassion for the self, right? For the self, that our karmic contracts are brutal as a failsafe in order to propel you forward, to propel you into that choice. I feel that the Ten of Pentacles with the Three of Cups, I think that at one point there was celebration on the financial security. I think at one point there was celebration and joy around the home and the family that they were creating, only to be pushed into this Eight of Cups energy with the Ace of Wands, which is a fire under the fucking ass to get the hell out of Dodge, right? To get the fuck out. There's a fire to balance the scales within the self, right? Because this Eight of Cups is actually shown with Libran energy with the scales. It's about balancing the emotions. And so we have this energy where there's a lot of fucking healing going on. If you look at this Eight of Cups, there's also black smoke coming off those cups. And if you think about the orientation of the card, 4 cups on either side, the Four of Cups is about missing an opportunity. They're mirroring each other. The Queen Mother is equally unwilling to save herself from her own trauma bonds, the paternal wounds. To be fair, your counterpart may have some serious daddy issues, right? Issues surrounding their father, things they learned about that being a man or masculine energy in general from their father, right? Or what it means to be a man, or what it means to be involved with one, right? If it's the other way around and they're a female, right? Toxic lessons that they learned. This is what a man is. This is what you tolerate, right? Whatever. I think that there's a lot of serious smoke, right? Black smoke, and that there's a fire within the self to seize the opportunity to heal, right? To choose it. I think that your counterpart may have been blindsided by the bad choice. I think that they also feel lost. I think in the divine mirror, they are disrespecting themselves being with the karmic, which is why the karmic is literally being disrespectful, because they are disrespecting their self. They are disrespecting their path, right? The counterpart as the survivor, which is why this person is in their mirror, and it's causing financial instability. It's causing financial disturbance, right? With stability in the reverse. And in the same breath, right, the mirror, the Queen Mother is fair. They are inner peace oriented and communicating in a very healthy way, according to the divine, as a mirror for your counterpart, right? They're claircognizant. They know more than they're letting on. Even if they don't understand why they're being driven to be so disrespectful, even if they don't understand why they're being so driven to gain stability for their own selves, why they're channeling action the way that they are, it's because this mirror is coming to a close. The Empress with the Queen of Cups. Now this Empress card, I mentioned how fucking crazy this Empress card is. No other Empress card I've ever seen in all the decks of tarot that I have is like this. The Empress looks crazy. She has a crazy look in her eye, and she's got a broken egg in her lap. And the Queen of Cups is super preggers. So this is most definitely the Queen Mother. Highly intuitive. Probably has some significant water in her chart. Their own Venusian energy might be significant. I've got Saturn here. I've got Mercury and Venus here. And I've got Aries, Taurus, Libra here. So any of those may be significant with those planets. This person, they both claim innocence. They are both wearing the crown of thorns, both the Emperor and the Empress. This is a high mirror. Like I said, Hail Mary from the universe to get these two back into alignment with who they are meant to be with, because obviously the karmic has a divine counterpart, right? She's partaking in a twin flame journey, even if it's not the correct one. So she does have a counterpart, he or she, right? However it resonates for you. But I think whoever the Queen Mother is, they're not seeing eye to eye. She does have a crazed look in her eye. Every time I see this card, she's got that crazed look in her eye. I think that they're not seeing eye to eye because in the spread, the way they're sitting on the table, they're facing away from each other. Okay. I think that the Queen Mother knows that the masculine energy, the survivor, is looking at the past because he's literally looking in the past direction. I think the Queen Mother, I say she, but, you know, take it how it resonates. I think she's very well aware of the fact that the masculine energy, the counterpart, is still reminiscing or thinking about the unicorn, right? Still thinking about you. How could they not, right? They are actually your counterpart. And the masculine may be wanting her to be more like you. Because I think she could feel that he wishes she was. I think that she has a lot of excuses. And I think that she gets rather defensive. Almost indignant. Like the more she feels the need to be more like you, the more obstinate she becomes. It's almost like being the opposite of you out of spite. Because she's literally looking in the direction of the unicorn. Karmic may be spying on you outright. Okay. Keeping tabs on you, seeing what you're doing, seeing if you're communicating with their counterpart or whatever, like a distrust. And this person is wrapped up in shadow. And they've banked their stability on the counterpart, right? On your counterpart. They've banked stability on the masculine. So they're looking at you like you're a threat, right? And they may be dramatic because you're not actually infringing on them at all. You've refused to martyr yourself, right? You're sovereign. You don't have anything to do with your counterpart right now, right? If you were watching this and resonating to this, you don't actually have anything to do with them right now. You're actually looking at them like they're a threat, right? And Spirit's like, stop being so dramatic. But you're not actually tied to your counterpart at all right now, outside of just what soul connection you have to them, right? But I think the karmic is projecting that energy at you, especially if you do have a house, especially if you can up and move, especially if you are really wise and a protective kind of refuge potential for the masculine, the survivor energy. I feel like they might be keeping tabs on you, especially if they also know that the stability is falling apart or that the relationship built on money is starting to die and they're starting to panic or worry because they don't know what to do, right? They don't know what to do. They're lost, right? They're lost. Let's get some insight into where you are, because obviously it matters to the karmic. Let's see. Where's your energy at? If you resonate as the unicorn. Where is the unicorn, please? Spirit, insight, please. Insight into the unicorn, please. In a rare case, too, and this is not going to resonate for everybody, but in a rare case, if they have children with the quote-unquote counterpart, right? They have children with your counterpart, because that egg is broken in the Empress position, but the Queen of Cups is very pregnant underneath. The child that your counterpart believes is theirs might not be theirs. They might be playing your counterpart for a fool. Yeah, you actually got the Empress. You're the actual Empress. Fucking warrior at that. That's the first card out. That is the first card out. That is strong as fuck. Did I mention that I have no... Did I mention I have no filter? I'm sorry. Strong as fuck Empress energy. First card. All right. What else, please, Spirit? What else is going on with the unicorn? What do we need to know? That's some strong energy right there. We've got the Page of Wands, the Devil in reverse. Take that all day. Give me one more, and then some clarities, please. King of Swords. That's that owl energy. You're fucking smart. You're divinely smart. You fucking know. You fucking know. Clarities, please. Yeah. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Swords. Top of the deck is the King of Wands. All right. So I've got the Empress with the Two of Coin. So you're at a crossroads. I've got the Page of Wands with the Eight of Swords. The Devil in reverse with the Ace of Swords in reverse, and the King of Swords with the Eight of Cups. With the King of Wands on top, not only are you sovereign, but you're creating your own vision, right? You've created a vision for your life now that doesn't include your counterpart. Right? If you felt at some point that your counterpart was lost to the karmic, that they're not coming back, you've erased it from your future. You're literally on a path committed to self, right? The King of Wands is a kind of solo dolo visionary. So you're on your own path and visualizing your life without your counterpart in it, right? You're on the move forward. Because you feel like any opportunity with them, Page of Coins is underneath the Five of Swords, would ultimately end up leading you to some kind of abandonment, right? You actually believe that if you were to bring your counterpart back into the fold, that you would just end up being betrayed or at a loss all over again. And you're of this mindset of needing a fucking break from their drama, right? So you've probably already assumed you're going to live the rest of your life without your counterpart. And you're at this crossroads now with the Empress energy, being at the Golden Gate with the Two of Coins. Right. That came out clarifying. So you're Hello, Sovereign. And with the Page of Wands, with the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Wands is like a phoenix rising energy. It's a rebirth, reinvention of the self type energy. It's beginner's spirit. And I think that a part of you still feels the masculine and the pain that the masculine is in. Right. And I think a part of you wonders if you're abandoning them when really right, like if you truly moving forward down your own path would be considered a betrayal, when it most definitely isn't. The Devil in the reverse with the Ace of Swords in the reverse. You're letting go of the fact that the devil energy, the binding energy to your counterpart, was a falsity, right? That it was not true. That it's not true. You're not bound to them. You're not beholden to them. You're not betraying them by moving forward. They're definitely in their own space of self-betrayal. But at the end of the day, I feel like for some of you, if your counterpart is truly in their shadow, if they're in their own devil energy, right? If that's just where they are right now, they're in their shadow. They're in this binding, right? This karmic contract. If that's where they're at, if you were to try and interfere with the healing, that would be you moving into your own devil energy and not trusting the divine to do what it does, right? Not trusting the divine to move things forward. Because I think a part of you with the King of Swords clarified by the Eight of Cups feel really cold moving forward. I think a part of you feels the wounded karmic's energy, because we have above the Eight of Cups, above the feminine's head there, we have a rabbit, which is a fertility symbol with bandages around their head. Bandages around the ears specifically. I don't think you want to hear it. You don't want to hear it. I think the karmic, the Queen Mother energy is definitely imprinting some shadows in your direction, trying to project shadows in your direction. But you are not a martyr. And you are not in competition with them. The karmic is in competition with you. That's a given. That's why they view you as a threat. But you're not in competition with the karmic. Like, you know who the fuck you are. The difference in these two energies, right? Look at these two Empress cards. This is the difference between you and them. Big difference. You're looking at her very calm, cool, collected, very much in your power, facing her. And you're standing. She's sitting down on her throne, refusing to get up, with this broken egg and this crazy look in her eye, with this martyr type energy, like she's innocent. That's like the stare down between Lilith and Eve. Like, and Lilith is looking at Eve like there is no competition. Like, I don't know why you think that I would be so upset about you, you know, like Lilith and her light energy. Let's not get it mistaken. I feel that you're on your own sovereign path right now. I feel like a part of you doesn't want to have to walk away from the masculine energy completely, but that you are also completely unafraid to do so because you are absolutely unwilling to give up your sovereignty. You are absolutely unwilling to martyr yourself. You are way too wise and way too powerful for that in your own right, as an individual, right, as your own twin flame. Hey Lala, how are you doing? 100%. 100%. I don't think you give two fucks what your counterpart and the karmic are doing together. I really don't. If you've resonated to this reading, you don't give two fucks. You're like, fine, he's got to heal. You're willing to teach him through that bullshit. He can help you heal too. You both got bullshit. Great. Go heal together. I'm already healed, and I'm not going back into the drama to help y'all heal. Like, there's nothing that you could say as a healed person that an unhealed person who is unwilling to save themselves would receive. They got unwilling to save themselves. So a healed person could speak the greatest wisdom in the cosmos, and they'd be like, no. Because they don't actually want to hear it. They don't want to heal. You're already healed. They don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? And you're like, fine, I don't want to speak it, breathe it, be a part of it then either. Like, I'm not going to waste my breath. I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to waste my energy. I'm not going to waste time waiting. Like, the unicorns move the fuck on, right? You've moved on. You're stable in your own right. You're wise beyond your years. You are divinely protected. You're fucking magical and shit. Like, you have no interest in dealing with this low vibe shit. You're like, thank you, right? Thank you to the karmic for dealing with my counterpart because they didn't choose to elevate, right? They wanted the Hail Mary from the universe to put them in such an uncomfortable position that they would be forced to heal, to choose it for themselves or suffer brutally, right, with the karmic, and vice versa, right? These are two individuals that refuse to save themselves. And so you're like, fine, okay, live your best life. Live your best life, like wishing nothing but the best love and support to both of you. I hope you both heal. Right? Thanks. My son bought me this hoodie. He bought it for me for my birthday. My son is so sweet. He's so sweet. He knows me very well. What is the guidance, please, Spirit? What is the guidance, please? I love my son so much. He's my rock. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he does. He does. He knows me well. What is the guidance, Spirit? Mm-hmm. Things are not as they appear. Things are not as they appear. It says, the lower the price of your love, the higher its value is. Brain freeze, universe. The highest form of love, the highest value of love is truly unconditional. It doesn't, your counterpart never had to do anything, never owed you anything to love them. They were just themselves. fucked up, twisted, broken in their shadow, and you loved them anyway. You didn't want anything from them, except maybe to be happy. You just wanted them to be happy, right? Loving life. We were talking earlier about how the karmic and the counterpart are wrapped up in a very financial situation, right? Very codependent situation. The price of love is high, right? If you're not providing for me what I need to feel stable, then I don't love you anymore. I'm not happy with you. I'm going to disrespect you. I'm going to treat you like garbage, right? It's no different with the masculine counterpart. Well, I'm providing all of this financial stability. I want a certain amount of love in return. Well, why are you spending all this money? Why are you providing all of these things and not getting love in return? You're getting disrespect in return? Like what? You're putting a price on your love. If I spend X amount of money and I invest X amount of dollars, then I should be loved. There is no price tag on love. That's low value conditional love. It's low value. Things are not as they appear. These two might genuinely feel their divine counterparts. They might genuinely feel with the Emperor and the Empress here that are not facing each other. They might feel like their counterparts. Like things are not as they appear. If you're the fucking karmic or you're the fucking counterpart watching my channel, honey. If you're still in this message, I pray for y'all. I pray for y'all. I pray for your happiness and your healing wherever the fuck you are. You know, because true sovereignty is fucking bliss. You know, if you can move on with the best intentions and the best love for all people, no matter who they are, no matter what they've wished at you, no matter what they've chosen against you, no matter what they've tried to hurt you with, if you could still wish them well, like you're in the unicorn's energy, right? Hey, Meta, how are you doing? How are you doing? Fuck yeah, hit up my Etsy. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I've got some time coming. I've got Sunday and Monday off. Hey. I'm excited. So yeah, you know, like love, true, genuine fucking love is free. It's free. Not only is it financially free, it doesn't cost you anything. Love allows freedom. True love allows you to be free. True love is the unicorn saying to their counterpart, listen, like, I love you enough to let you go heal however you need to heal. I love myself enough to let you go so that I can continue my healing without stagnating for you either. Like, that's love. That's being able to move forward with peace and well wishes and rooting them on. It's not like the unicorn is not rooting on the survivor. It's not like the unicorn's not rooting on the Queen Mother. Hoping they heal. Hoping everybody does. Right? If you're in unicorn's energy, you hope that everybody heals. It's not like I hope this person heals, but fuck that person. I hope they never heal. Like, that's not who the unicorn is. Unicorn's like, I hope everybody heals. I hope y'all figure it out. I hope y'all live your best life. I hope you leave this lifetime fucking happy. I hope you leave this lifetime with no regrets. I hope you leave this lifetime feeling like you lived it wholly, fully, completely in your highest good, and that all that you've gone through was worth it in the end. Right? Catch you on the other side, because we're all soul besties. Don't forget it. Unicorn shit. We're all soul besties. Right? The lower the price of love, the higher its value. For real. So I have faith if you guys caught this message in divine time, that it serves you well, that the insight serves you well, that you can move forward and live your best life no matter which one of these you resonate as or fall into. For sure. All right. I love you. And until we next meet, stay blessed. Bye, everyone. Good night.